represents the order fulfillment, a distribution system as a single main process, and shows how it interacts with the customers, the accounts department, and the supplier. The process begins when the customer sends a customer order into the system, and in return, the system provides an order acknowledgement and later the goods and delivery note once the order has been dispatched. The accounts department also exchanges information with the system by sending the weekly credit limit list and return the reorder card, while the system sends back a reorder card, a delivery note copy, and a goods received note for invoicing and payment processing. Meanwhile, the supplier delivers goods along with a goods received note, which the system receives to update inventory levels. Overall, the diagram shows the complete external flow of information and materials involved in fulfilling and distributing customer orders.
The data flow diagram DFD Level 1 provides a system overview of the processes, data flows, and external entities involved in the system, showing how information moves throughout the workflow. DFD Level 1 breaks the inter-system into three major subsystems: the sales, warehouse, and dispatch. Each subsystem has its own responsibilities and data exchanges. The sales department is the entry point of the whole system. Customers send their orders to sales, and in return, sales sends an order acknowledgement back to the customer. Each week, the accounts department provides sales with a credit limit list, which tells sales which customers have reached their credit limit. This acts as an important control mechanism in the system. If the order is approved, sales creates an internal order form and forwards it to the warehouse. Also, sales serves as the validation layer of the system, making sure orders are legitimate and customers are still allowed to purchase. The warehouse is the central processing hub of the system. Once it receives the internal order form from the sales, it checks the stock levels. If the requested items are available, warehouse sends a dispatch instruction set to the dispatch department. Another major role of the warehouse is stock management. When items get low, it generates a reorder card and sends it to the accounts department for replenishment. The warehouse also handles supplier deliveries by receiving both the goods and the goods received note, then forwarding the documentation to accounts. In this part, warehouse serves as the decision-making and inventory management layer of the system. And dispatch is the final stage of the physical flow in the system. After receiving the dispatch instruction from the warehouse, dispatch prepares the items, ships them out to the customer, and includes a delivery note. A copy of this delivery note is also sent to the accounts department for payment and invoicing. Dispatch completes the process by acting as the fulfillment of the documentation layer of the system. On the other hand, there are three important external entities in the system. First, the customers. They initiate the process by sending orders and later receive the goods at the delivery documentation. Second, the suppliers. They provide replenishment goods and goods received note for inventory updating and payment processing. And the third one is the accounts department. Accounts functions as the financial control subsystem. They supply credit limit list, receive delivery notes, handle payments, and manage reordering. Although they use a separate system for invoicing, they are still a crucial part of the data system.
So now let's proceed to the level 2 of data flow diagram. So the data flow diagram illustrates the detailed steps involved in processing a customer order, starting with the sales receiving the customer order and checking the customer info and credit status against the customer records. If the credit limit is reached, the process is rejected, going back to the customer. Otherwise, so the sales validates the order, and if approved, it will prepare an acknowledgement report and creates an internal order form. So the warehouse then takes over the check available stock against the stock inventory database. So if the stock is enough, the warehouse reserves the stock and updates the inventory. And then it sets the dispatch instruction. So if the stock is low, the warehouse prepares a reorder card which goes to the accounts department to generate a goods received note to the supplier. And eventually, the warehouse will update inventory for goods received. So finally, dispatch receives the dispatch instruction. It prepare the goods and package, then it will make a delivery note. So the goods will be delivered to the customer with the goods and delivery note.
In continuation for our DFD leveling, the level 3 shows the most detailed steps of the order fulfillment system and assign each task to the specific department responsible for it. The sales, warehouse, and dispatch. This level explain how each role contributes to processing customer orders from start to finish. So the first one is the sales department. The sales team handles all customer-related processes. Then under that is the receive customer order, where sales accept the order and records in the system. Next one is to verify order details. Sales check item information and ensures everything is complete. Then check customer information and credit status. Sales uses customer records and the weekly credit limit list to confirm if the customer is allowed to order. Then they will decide order status. If credit is okay, the order is approved. If not, it's rejected. Then they will prepare acknowledgement. Sales send confirmation for approved orders. Then lastly, create internal order form. So this form is forwarded to the warehouse for processing. Second is the warehouse department. So the warehouse is responsible for inventory checking, stock reservation, and replenishment. And under that is they will check available stock. Warehouse verifies item availability in the inventory. Then they will reserve stock and update inventory. If stock is enough, items are reserved and inventory levels are updated. Then they will set dispatch instruction. Warehouse prepares a list of items to pick and gives this to the dispatch team. Then they will prepare reorder card. When stock is low, warehouse creates a reorder card for suppliers. Then lastly is to record returns and goods received. The warehouse logs return cards and updates inventory when the new goods arrive. Lastly is the dispatch department. So in dispatch, they prepare and deliver goods. So they will pick and pack goods. Dispatch picks the reserved items and packages them properly. Then they will create delivery note. A delivery note is prepared for the customer and for internal filing. Then last is to deliver goods. So they will dispatch delivers the orders and returns. Assign delivery note as proof of delivery. So in summary, the sales validates the customer and creates order documents. The warehouse checks inventory, reserve stock, and prepares instruction. And for dispatch, they picks, packs, documents, and deliver the goods. In conclusion, the development and leveling of the data flow diagram for this case study allowed us to clearly understand how the inter-order fulfillment process flows, from receiving the customer's order up to delivering the finished goods. By breaking down the system into levels 0, 1, 2, 3, we were able to trace every activity, data movement, and decision point inside the organization. This structured modeling helped us visualize how different departments such as sales, warehouse, dispatch, accounts, and suppliers interact through documents, records, and internal processes. Through the decomposition, we observed that each subsystem performs a specific role that keeps the operation efficient. The sales subsystem ensures proper order capturing and credit validation, while the warehouse subsystem maintains accurate stock handling, reservation, and inventory updates. The dispatch subsystem, on the other hand, manages the preparation, documentation, and final delivery of goods to the customer. The detailed level 3 diagram further clarified the responsibilities of each job role, narrowing down each task into precise action that prevent errors, duplications, or delays.